everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another video. Sunday. Whoa! And this week I'm going to show you how I made this card. It's called a panel card. It stands up like so and it lays flat to fit into a regular envelope. You write on the back, so it's really lovely. Now I did this one in the Latte Love, and I did this for my colour creation, which went live on the, I don't know, I think it was the 14th of August, but we're in September now, so, but I just really liked it, and I thought, well, I did it again, and I did it this time with, and this one I did with the deckled circles, this one I did with the deckled rectangles, which we're going to do with the deckled rectangles again today. But we're going to do it with, let me pop them out over here on the side, Adventurous Skies. Now, I didn't bring the paper over to show you. I think I've shown you it before, but it does come with some beautiful paper, and I've not got much left. I've actually ordered some more, so I'm waiting for it to come, because in August, which is when I'm still filming this, it's at the end of August, this set here, the DSP, is actually on special, so unfortunately by the time you see it the DSP won't be on special, and I've only got a tiny little bit left, so I'm actually going to be making it with the last of what I've got. Okay, so we're going to be using that. I'm using this aeroplane here, which I've actually already stamped, coloured and cut out. I'm going to make this into a Father's Day card, because I'm actually making this in August, but the first Sunday in September is Father's Day here in Australia, so I'm making this into a Father's Day card for my dad. So I'm going to put Happiest Father's Day and You're the Best, plain and simple on the back, with the smaller plane as well. I'm going to be stamping in Night of Navy, and I'm going to be using the deckled circles, which now are actually an online exclusive product. So I'm using those two, which are 1, 2, 3, 4th and 5th size down. So I can pop them back in there now. I need to get a magnet sheet for in there for those, but I haven't got around to it yet. Okay, so let me show you. So for if you're making yours the same as mine, for your largest of your print stamped aeroplanes, you'll need a piece of card that measures approximately 2.5 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So we don't need that anymore. Okay, so this is what we need for our card. I've actually done a little bit of the work, because you don't need to see me put the same piece of together 3 times. Okay, for the main card, we need a piece that is 6 3/8 by 5 7/8. Then for our panels for the front, we need 3 of them, which measure 6 3/8 by 1 5/8, which I've already cut all 3 of those. Okay, then we're going to need, for our panels for the front of the card, now I've already stuck 2 together, so, but you'll need 3 that measure 3 7/8 by 1 3/8, and then the DSP that goes on that is, you'll need 3 of them that measure 3 5/8 by 1 1/8. So I've done 2 of them already, so you don't need to see me stick all them together. The same with the one that goes on the side. You'll need 3 of these, and these measure 1 3/8 by 7/8 of an inch. Sorry about that, I ended up having a phone call in the middle of that. Okay, so for our other pieces, we need 3 of them. These measure 7/8 of an inch by 1 3/8. And then our designer series paper, measures 5/8 of an inch by 1 1/8 of an inch. For our writing panel on the back, you're going to need a piece that is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and our white piece that measures 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So let's pop all of those out of the way. And then for our decal pieces. This is the two that I did, I already said what sizes they were in there. So I did this out of, oh, it's upside down. We don't want our clouds upside down, but those are our two pieces that are going to go together like so. And there is my aeroplane that I did. I did this in smoky slate, balmy blue and real red. So that's that. Let me bring in my scorer, and we're going to score all of these pieces exactly the same. So on the 6 3/8 side, which is the long side, we're going to score these at 1 1/8 of an inch, using the small side of our ball as always, because we're using cardstock, and 2 1/4 inches. Now I'm going to move that piece out of the way, and I'm going to bring in all three of our panels, and these are all going to be scored exactly the same at 1 1/8 and 2 1/4. So 1 1/8, 2 1/4, and once again 1 1/8 and 2 1/4. So we'll pop that out of the way because they're all done now. Okay, so we're going to bring these back in again, and we're going to fold on the second line as a mountain fold, and our first line will be a valley fold. So we have a valley and mountain fold like so. I think that's the right way around here. So, oops, sorry, wrong way around. Mountain and valley fold. I've got them up the wrong way. Okay, so then we're going to do these exactly the same. So we're going to fold on the second fold, making sure it's nice and square down both sides, and then folding the other one back. And once again, making sure that it's nice and folded flat. So this will then go on here like so. So we're going to pop that one on there, and we will just do this one and fold this one back, making sure it's nice and square. And we know that's going to go there. And then our last one, I'm going to bring that in, making sure once again that it's nice and square, and push that one back the other way, squaring it up if we need to. So we have our three panels like so. So we're going to now glue these panels to the main part. So let's make sure that I can get my pin out, and we are going to, we have a mountain and then a valley. So it's a long side, mountain, valley. On that small section there, we're going to put some glue. We are when it comes out, and I can feel that it's not coming out. I can feel that it's like a balloon in there at the moment. That's better. So I'm going to pop a bit onto there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it upside down because it's just easier for me, and I'm going to make sure that this corner and this corner come together right in that corner, so it's flush along that bottom edge and this side edge. Once you're happy with that, we can then pop that down nice and tight like so, and then we're going to take the next one and we're going to glue the same on this small tab end. And we're going to glue it the same on this top one. So we're going to bring it up so that it's flush with the top and side of the card once again. Once you're happy with that, that it's nice and flush, we can then squish that one down nice and tight. And we're getting there really quickly. It's a very quick card. And now we're going to do the middle section. Now it's easier to do the middle section after you've done the top and the bottom, because then you can actually get this as close to the centre as you want. Now, laying this flat is the easiest way, and it's not easy to see. This card maps into each other really, really well, but we want to put it so you've got the same gap between the top one and the bottom one. And then we want to make sure that it is flush with this edge here. Once you're happy with that, once again, we're going to pop that down nice and tight like so. Once you've done that, we can fold all these over like this, giving them a nice squish down like so. And then we're going to bring this side over and squish it down. And you will see that they line up nicely along this edge. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pop a little bit of glue along this edge. And once again, we're going to then line it up with the bottom and the side edge. Happy with that? Do the other one the same, the other end. This way you make sure that you've got it nice and square all the way. Bring that one over, and once again flush with the top and the side edge. And once you're happy with that, we squash it down, and then we do the middle one the same. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that down flush like so, because then it will sit flush. Once you're happy with that, we're going to fold it down one more time, making sure that all those fold lines are nice and square, and it just sits nice and square then. So our card is now ready, and we're going to have this section here, the pull out bit, on the right hand side. Okay, and we're going to bring in our panels now, and we're going to glue our panels together. Now, like me, if you're like me I should say, and you have a directional paper, you want these long ones to be in the landscape. And you need these short ones to be, these skinny ones that go on the side, in the portrait. So once we have all of those done, we're now going to glue all of these onto our card, like so. So making sure, if you've got a directional paper, that you've got it up the correct way. Nothing's worse than planes flying upside down. Once you're happy with them, squish them down all nice and tightly. And then we're going to pop our little pieces on the side here. And once again, making sure that you've got your pieces the correct way round. Like so. And you're happy with them, we can push them down nice and tight. Now we're going to do our writing panel on the back. I'm going to push that down in that corner, that's just sticking up a tiny bit. We're going to do our writing panel on the back before we do our front piece, only because it's easier, because it's not as bulky. So we're going to bring in our 2 panels, which is our 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 and our 5 3/8 by 3 5/8, and my Night of Navy ink, and I'm going to stamp "You're the Best, Plain and Simple" into the centre of my card like so, and then I'm going to bring in this little plane and I'm going to stamp him at the top and one at the bottom like that. Now I'm going to leave that open for a second because I'm going to need it again in a second. Just wait for this to dry. Night of Navy takes a little bit longer to dry. I don't know why, but my Night of Navy takes a tiny bit longer to dry. So we don't want to smudge it. And once we're happy with that, we need to make sure we have our card in the correct direction. Turn it over and place our writing panel onto the back of the card. This is one of those nice easy cards to do, and yet it looks so effective. Okay, so that's our card back. Oops, upside down for you guys. Round, round, round. Alright, so I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to make sure my clouds are up the correct way, and I'm going to stamp Happy Father's Day down the bottom. Happiest Father's Day. Down the bottom here on my smallest piece, my panels. And then I'm going to glue that to my other panel. Like so. Then I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. Now I'm going to use some of these edge bits because I'm going to stick most of mine through the middle here. So I'm going to actually place my dimensionals on here, on this section here. I'm going to put another bit in the middle here. That bit there will do. Oops, that's a small bit. Do you believe? Oh, another small bit. And that bit can go in the middle. Okay, so we know that that's going to go there, and then we can put some small ones at the top and the bottom. So we're just going to put some small ones at the top and the bottom because they're only going to catch that tiny little bit. So it's better to have your bigger pieces of dimensionals or foam pads or whatever you're using at the top and the bottom, in the middle, and the small ones on the top and the bottom. Get that right in a minute when I come off. Okay. Now, once I'm happy with that, I'm going to pop this into the middle here, making sure that it's stuck at the areas. So we need to make sure that we don't put anything in the middle because we don't want it to stick to the back of the card here. So once we're happy with that, we now can put our aeroplane on here. Now I'm going to be hand delivering this, so I can actually put my aeroplane up on some dimensionals. But if you are actually putting this in the post, it's up to you whether you want that extra height or whether you put it on with just a bit of glue. Pop some small ones on the rest of it. And that should be it. I've seen people take these off using their picker tool, but I tried and I cannot do it. Okay, so that's my aeroplane. I've just made sure that I haven't put any of my dimensionals so that it will stick under here. This side is not so bad, but just under this side here where it's sticking up. That's my card, and I forgot to bring in some lovely embellishments to finish off this card. You will see it with embellishments when you see the photograph. So if you've enjoyed today's card and you would like the written tutorial for this card, and showing you it here again as a Christmas card and as a just a plain card for hello there, let's catch up. It's a great card style for any of those occasions. You will find the written tutorial link down below here, and that's DIE stands for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorial. That's my Facebook group. If you'd like to this written tutorial, it is free to join the group. You must answer the question if you're not already a member on the group. And if not, you'd like to know more about these products, this one's made with Retired. Both of these are current products. All these products are online. These ones are actually in the catalogue. If you'd like more information on them or the card design, please just send me a message. I will answer you, and I will see you all again next week. Bye for now.